We are continuing our series titled Dead Right, the 3 unintended consequences of over-relying on your positional authority. And as a reminder, positional authority is really important for organizational success. It can bring greater clarity, greater efficiencies, greater effectiveness, and even sometimes it can save lives. We have to, as leaders, however, recognize that positional authority has a limit to its long-term effectiveness. And so I want to unpack today the very first unintended consequence of over-relying on our positional authority, and that is the more it is used, the less it works. Like a drug, overusing our authority has diminishing impact over time. And ironically, as leaders, when we exert our authority and it doesn't have the same result it once did, there's a tendency to bring greater authority to the challenge, putting us on a path of escalation that is really difficult to get off of. When I work with leaders who are going through a particularly challenging scenario, one of the questions they often ask me is, Chris, how much of my authority should I use in this scenario? And I have 2 questions for them when they ask that question. The first is, how urgent is the situation? And a general rule of thumb is that the greater the urgency, the greater the appropriateness of leveraging your authority. And then the second question is, how significant is this within your organization? And if the answer is both urgent and significant, then as a leader, you will most likely have to leverage a good amount of authority in order to protect the stakeholders of your organization and the mission and purpose of your organization. But beware of the trap. Urgent, unimportant. Urgent, insignificant. And as leaders, that urgency often breeds an anxiety within us that then leads to rash action. We're going to drop the next video this Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. At Joiner Advising Group, our mission is to help forward-looking leaders create alignment. I look forward to reading your comments below. Thanks a lot.